Alright, this is Cutethulhu. He is a clay sculpt, and I put him on this base here, in this cup over it. So now I'm gluing it down to make sure none of the silicone comes out for the mold. Just a safety precaution to kind of get it in there so it doesn't leak everywhere. The silicone is kind of pricey. Here is just a little extra protection against the leakage. Here's the A and B silicone that is going to be going in to the mold. It's going to it's equal parts. You just got to get it as best as you can. You can weigh it, and that makes it a little bit more even, and you can get it a little bit better. With that, I do believe it is 90 to 100 if you weigh it, but if you do it by volume, it's a 1-on-1 mix. Right there is just some silicone pigment. It helps me figure out where I am in the casting. If you do multiple layers, you'll see when that dries, it's a very vibrant red, and you will know it's a little easier to do on bigger models and stuff like that. Right now I'm pouring directly into one spot. You just want to make sure that you just let it flow into the one spot so it gets into all the cracks and crevices into the mold here. And you just want to make sure you get every little drop of it. I noticed that it was not very good to use the wax cups because with that metal scraper it kept scraping the wax off, so that wasn't great. Now the stuff is dried. It usually takes about it has a 30-minute dry time or setting time. Now I'm just going to go in and kind of clean out the mold here, getting all the clay out and all the different recesses it gets into. Especially with this model, I had a couple spots with the tentacles and the wings that were very difficult to get. And then I'm using a clay tool there every so often, but it's a little sharp, so it's not the best one to use. Right here I'm kind of just making a seam. I don't know if you can see that. There's kind of a wavy line seam to that, and that just helps it when you're closing it back up. It has like a key to go back into, so it's not just straight down. And there I'm just getting out the spots for the arms and different things like that. Here is the resin mix. I did actually put a second cup of the B in there as well. It just didn't show. You just want to make sure that you mix this real fast. It only has a 2-minute working time. Just stirring it there and getting it in there, and then I'm just kind of burping the mold there to make sure it kind of gets into all the holes and the air pockets out. Just make sure. And with the XX there, I just had that little mold there on the side to kind of have something to put the rest in, so I didn't just waste the resin. It's always good to have a spare mold if you want to use something just to your advantage. Then you can do that. And then the biggest parts of this dry first, and then it goes to the smaller recesses as the stuff hardens. When you first take it out, it is kind of soft and spongy. Right there, I'm just trying to clean that off. It got a little dirty. Alright, here I am taking out the mold. The top part is kind of still green with the resin, and it's just kind of a term for it's kind of still hardening. So you can kind of rip that and you can mold it a little bit too. I got a little bit of clay on that first cast. Some of the other casts came out a little bit better. But here's let's go over to painting. I actually have a new airbrush, so I decided to use that. And here's what the final project came out to. I think it ended up turning out pretty good. I did some splatter techniques to give it a little bit of texture. Some of the models, they didn't come out exactly right, so I used some green stuff, some modeling clay. It's an epoxy clay to allow me to use the tentacles there. But overall, I think it turned out pretty good. There will be more, hopefully. Have a nice day.